everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be speaking about Cardano. It crashes. Now, before we get started, do subscribe, drop a comment below, and do realize that this is my opinion. You will develop your own opinion, and so don't take my advice and don't spend your own money. Alright, so let's get started. So Cardano crashes down to $2.29. So it's crashing as we were making this video. And so this is the all-time high right now. So big question here is Cardano going to go back to $1? So you see that Cardano, and you're looking at Ethereum and Bitcoin is changing, is kind of dropping down. So is that really a crash or a correction? So, alright. So when you look at Cardano, like right now, we're kind of here at the support. So we have talked about a potential crash. So right here. But we did speak about this before. It could happen. And so we spoke about this and how to be smart when you're actually kind of looking and staking out this, looking at Cardano. But we had about a 56 to 60% drop. So we definitely would not be buying at this level. So since around this area, it's not such a great idea to be buying, considering that it already corrected before. So we're happy to kind of help with this situation. So, and that gives a reason to be concerned. So when we look at it, it doesn't quite look like it's really going to go to zero, at least not today, right? So here, right on July 20th, this is the lowest, and buying in this region is probably going to be pretty good. A pretty good idea to buy in this region. But I'm not going to buy here because we do have this launch coming up and going live in a few days. So the speculation, there's speculation around this one particular. So because there's that really hype in the market at the moment, so this really could influence, and we can see what's going to happen at this moment. So once we have that information, we're going to be able to really establish, really, do we buy or do we sell? Alright. So you should be a little careful with Cardano, looking, so you can see it does come up. And Bitcoin did pretty much crash here. So it's back on support. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. So with Bitcoin, you can see it's crashing here, coming down. When we're looking here, today about 46,280, and so with Torshu, especially with their kind of rejected that, did that. So when you look at and compare it to with Ethereum, you can see that even them as well. So we're dropping here, as we have mentioned before, and like even yesterday, buying at these levels doesn't have a really good risk reward versus not at that level. So if you mentally think we're going to be able to continue in this pattern on the higher lows, then it's pretty obvious that the lows is going to be rather in some kind of this region. So buying in these levels doesn't really make sense just yet. So to be more cautious in this area, we do need to see that more fundamental side of it. And so once we see everything going live successfully, and being that Bitcoin, the other time frame, is actually crashing again, well, but usually buying in the drops, once you have them wick, buying the second retest is a pretty good risk reward factor here. So we'll do pretty well with it. So if you can see, so You can see that where everybody lost a lot of money back in May, and you can see when they bought at this point, it's actually kind of coming back up again. So once you go below this region, so about 36,000, buying below 36, it actually works pretty good for you. So once we purchase in this, and you buy lower, if you're swing trading it, so it will actually go higher as well. So you have, of course, this little bounce here, and of course we're going lower. So to keep this in mind in the lower time frames and playing those, and it will play in your benefit pretty well. And comparing here to Cardano, you can see that of course it dropped low, and when you're buying too as well, it did kind of bounce back up again too. And so if you held tight, you did see a pretty good reward to kind of come back up. And so we're going to have another little bounce and come back up. But as of right now, the charts aren't looking so great. And so Cardano versus Bitcoin, kind of bleeding a little bit here. So the Bitcoin, the same kind of a little bit of the bottom here. And back in July. And now we're hoping for this correction, but the worst is already kind of behind us so far. So even when you look at the corrections, once we had the capitulations, we were able to have that fixed. So, all right. So even with Ethereum, Ethereum did pretty much kind of crash here, but it did kind of pick back up too. So even then. All right. So now we see this. We're gonna wait for that correction. Just kind of keep an eye on everything and stay very, very positive. So, of course, you have, and we're looking at the news here in Crypto Panic, you can see that about 24 minutes ago, Solana launches into the 6th place as price tier continues. So, most of the market saw a 10% to 15% dip in the past 48 hours. So, Solana has defied that trend, of course, crossing the US $200 mark for the first time and becoming the new 6th largest coin by market cap a few hours ago. And now, according to data from, of course, coinmarketcap.com, so FastFacts, Sol was trading at $205.27. And of course, you also have Bitcoin back in the news here as well. So when we're looking at this, so Bitcoin price struggles, of course, and Bitcoin miner Blockstream partners with Macquarie for Zero Carbon Project. So as the debates over cryptocurrency's carbon footprint ranges on, leading Bitcoin miner Blockstream is developing new zero carbon Bitcoin mining facilities in partnership with Australia-based financial services giant Macquarie Group, according to a company blog post. Now, facts in the first pilot site will be in the US, where Blockstream will leverage Macquarie's experience in green investments. So that's very good. That's going to be a lot of awesome news for the cryptocurrency world. So that's something that's going to be a big plus. So be watching out for that as well. Also, Ukraine passes legislation to recognize and regulate crypto. So Ukraine is hoping its new digital asset regulation will attract foreign crypto exchanges to set up shop in the Eastern European nation. Another good thing, at least we're having more and more people kind of starting to accept cryptocurrencies, and so hopefully this will actually give us a big boost and give us some positive insight on where to stand as far as buying our cryptocurrency. Arcane Crypto places first Bitcoin mining rig order. Another big news here. So full-service digital finance platform Arcane Crypto has announced its first purchase of Bitcoin mining equipment via subsidiary Arcane Green Data Services. And also, as well, El Salvador wowed the world by adopting Bitcoin as legal tender. Other countries are taking note. So when you compare with Ukraine and El Salvador, more and more people, more and more countries are starting to accept this. So following crypto's adoption in one struggling economy, nations in Latin America and elsewhere are now weighing the pros and cons of digital currency. All right. 1 hour ago posted Doge cost averaging. Robinhood rolls out fee-free recurring crypto buy feature. So retail crypto traders on Robinhood can now set up commission-free recurring investments in multiple crypto assets on a daily, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Awesome, super exciting news as well. So of course nobody wants to pay those fees, so that is perfect if you are wanting to actually buy into crypto. In the wood for auction, Wong Kar Wai's first NFT available at Sotheby. So if you're in the mood for auctioning, legendary Hong Kong director Wong Kar Wai will be minting an In the Mood for Love NFT very soon. Preferred Fine Art Auction House Sotheby's will broker the deal. An NFT will contain never before seen footage from the first day of filming. How rare does that make it, considering In the Mood for Love is one of the most critically acclaimed films of the century? So what does this mean for NFT? It's another good thing to kind of watch out. So we'll be able to see if that's going to actually boost the prices up or not. All right, so the SEC versus Coinbase. We also have the SEC versus Coinbase. Alex Mashinki says Celsius will have to wait and see on fallout. So the Celsius CEO is seeking clarity for similar products, while Mark Cuban advises going on the offensive. So another big thing now. I know, of course, legislation, especially in the United States, will have a big effect on that. But hopefully we will just kind of see what comes in. So pay attention to that news, especially when it's coming down to the legislation. And keep an eye out for Mark Cuban as well. All right. So, of course, here, about 1 hour ago, the Ethereum stuck below $3,600. So why bears might aim fresh drop? Ethereum covered above $3,400 and $3,500 against the US dollar. So Ethereum price is struggling near $3,600 and it might start a fresh decline. Now Ethereum recovered losses after a sharp decline to $2,900. So that price is still trading well below $3,600, and the 100-hourly simple moving average, there was a break above a key bearish trend line with resistance near 3,500 to an hourly chart of Ethereum/US dollar. So watching that as well. Other great news: play to earn gold rush as crypto gaming build and Zebedee raise millions from VCs. So play to earn is booming very big, and especially with startups, Crypto Gaming United and Zebedee closing funding rounds of $5 million and $11.5 million respectively. So it's starting to become very, very popular. It's going to really boost that. So keep an eye on that as well, and we can see where it's going to take us in our crypto universe. All right. One last note here: the reason why Ethereum Solana had a great run in August. So much excitement surrounded last month's Ethereum London hard fork, and rightly so. So it was a big step towards ushering in a new era of the world's biggest blockchain, and investors were not disappointed. Even as the recent crash delivered a huge blow, its native token Ether climbed about 13.7% over the past month in August. Now, however, with that, so keep another big eye open for that as well. Alright guys, that's all we have today. Keep an eye on those charts, keep an eye on the news, and do hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Until then.